Welcome into American Fork High School for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, because we've got the Region 3 Championship on deck for you. The number 5 seed in the RPI, the Lone Peak Knights, take to the road to take on the number 6th ranked American Fork Cavemen. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. We've got a great game coming up for you here tonight between these two region rivals. We'll start with the visiting Lone Peak Knights wearing the black and gold uniforms tonight on the road. 10-5 on the year for Lone Peak, 4-0 in region play. Been a dominating region effort for the Knights, coming off their closest region game. Defeated Westlake earlier this week, 10-8, as they come in undefeated, looking to beat American Fork for first time in program history since this has been a sanctioned sport. And it's been the defense of Lone Peak that's been great. This group under Coach Rich Farr, they've only allowed 4 goals per game in region play. So they're very tough to score against. But when you talk about tough to score against, well, this AF offense, they've got a lot of offense. So it'll be interesting to see. AF coming in 10-4 overall. They're 4-0 in region play as well. They also defeated Westlake by 2, coming off an 18-9 victory over Lehigh, though. And for American Fork, Luke Squire. What a year he's had, 40 goals to lead the way for American Fork. They've also got Bennett Fillmore, 31 goals, a couple others right around 30. It's one of the top scoring teams in the region. So strength on strength tonight in this Region 3 title. AF in the home white and red, as we are ready for tonight's opening face-off in this Region 3 title. We'll talk about top scorers for Lone Peak. Ashton Gifford, senior with 29 goals on the season, has been their best offensive player, best scorer, I should say, as the opening possession controlled by the Knights. This is Clark Pugh bringing it ahead as Lone Peak setting up possession in the offensive end. Starting goalie tonight is Tyler Allen for American Fork, a .491 save percentage for the sophomore. Big kid in between the pipes for American Fork. Meanwhile, Hudson Faint in the cage for Lone Peak. He's around .550 save percentage this season. Lone Peak works it to the edge, and Lone Peak scoring. Good rocket. Seth Lambert scoring his 28th goal of the season, putting Lone Peak ahead 1-0 here in the opening minute. Boy, good start there for Lone Peak. We talked about the offenses, the keeps, the face-offs tonight. I'm really excited to see this battle, actually. Dallas Anderson, number 3 for Lone Peak. He's got a .602 face-off win percentage coming into the contest tonight, as Sawyer Jensen, the sophomore for American Fork, he's .530. So two players that have been strong for their respective sides, as this one deflected out of the air, though Lone Peak trying to keep it, and they do with the long pole of Pugh. This is Lambert, as Lone Peak bringing the offense up here. We talk about a lot of top-end scoring for American Fork, but most of their scoring really done by 4 or 5 guys. And we'll see how this Lone Peak defense tries to deal with that. Of course, they've had 2 face-off wins and straight possession here in this first 90 seconds. Little cut inside as they flail back to X. Working from behind the goal. This is Fenton. Talked about him, 21 goals on the year for Emmett. Lone Peak working this around. I think a little zone look here by this AF defense. Right to GLE. That's a tough angle for Fenton. Good call to take that back behind as Lone Peak continuing on here. Beeman there defensively for the Cavemen. Here's Hawkins straight away. He'll play back on the edge. Good close out there. A nice recovery there defensively by Keaton Thatcher for the Cavemen. Here's another shot, looking far post, and it's almost identical to the first goal as Seth Lambert with a pair of goals for Lone Peak. 2-0 Knights. Boy, that is tough placement there for Seth Lambert. the junior attackman, able to just slip that right past the goalie Allen, between Allen and the pipe. And Lone Peak off to a good start here on the road. This face-off won by Jensen, the sophomore, with his first face-off win here of the game. And now we'll get a chance to see this AF offense. This is the aforementioned Luke Squire. And Squire dropping this back to Fillmore. Wild has also come on for the Cavemen. Dawson. It's a good help coming over there, take away that lane for Wild. Played back. This is Chaz Mooney. Was looking for Wild. Dawson able to keep this here, but boy, look at Lone Peak force him out quickly. Chatter from that Lone Peak bench as they're cheering on this top region defense of the Knights. Squire got a little step. The bounce shot is saved away there by Lone Peak, and it will be Lone Peak possession. Good chase there by the Knights, able to win that. Here's Aiden Campbell through the middle for Lone Peak. Back here with Dobecki. Here's Lambert. Well, they pulled the defense up. That shot was wide, as backed up here by Lone Peak. Boy, you can see Lone Peak, they've done a nice job here early on of opening up that angle shot for Seth Lambert. He'll skip over to Lambert. Works right back. Dobecki. Lone Peak's been very patient offensively, trying to just open up little cracks of this AF defense. Here's Harris. Oh, near shot and a good save made there by Allen. Second opportunity, Allen with the denial again. Back-to-back saves there for the sophomore, Tyler Allen. See if that can help AF settle in defensively. Boy, and that's a tough pass up ahead. Lone Peak trying to get the possession. See the check there. AF trying to keep it, but it's corralled by Cody Shippen, the freshman. Excuse me, wrong roster. Gideon Hawkins, the senior. Lone Peak back on possession. Midway point of this opening quarter, a rocket shot on a goal, and it's 3-0 Lone Peak as Emmett Fenton with a blast. And we've got, I believe, a timeout being taken here. So we will step aside, take the timeout. 3-0 Knights with a strong start on the road in the Region 3 Championship. Welcome back, 3-0 Lone Peak. Pair goals by Seth Lambert, a goal by Emmett Fenton. What a start for the Knights. Talk about both these two teams undefeated in region play, their final region contests. They each just have one game left. Is the regular season wrapping up next week? I think both pretty much assured a top 10 seed in the 6A tournament, but this one would go a long way for each of them. Again, we mentioned these two are 5 and 6 in the RPI coming into this one, as that ground ball was scooped up by Vargason, and American Fork trying to keep it in the air. And it will be Lone Peak possession, as the call there, I believe, was failure to advance on American Fork. Pulsifer bringing it ahead for the Knights. The possession for Lone Peak has surprised me. They've really not allowed a lot of offense to be created for American Fork, given how well they've been able to possess. Sent back with Dobecki. Lambert was trying to get that back to Jackson. Good help there. Back at X and up. Oh, good shot. That's a great play by Lone Peak. And how about a hat trick in the first quarter for Seth Lambert? This one was straight away, but boy, you want to talk about why you work offense through behind the net. That's exactly why you see that whole defense for American Fork drop down, and you get that quick outlet up top, and Lambert able to just rifle one top shelf, and it is 4-0 Lone Peak. We talk about this AF defense. They're no slouch themselves. They've only allowed 8 goals per game in region play. They've given up half of that here in the first 8 minutes of this one. Goodness, just 7 minutes and change, actually. As Lone Peak with another win on the faceoff. Fenton sending this with Dobecki. Sends over. I thought Lone Peak was going to take that look, but again, we talk about the patience they've displayed on offense. What's the rush? Again, fed in front. Oh, and that one just hit off the post. Lone Peak thought that was in, as American Fork couldn't keep a clean possession. Given back, Brown able to keep it alive for the Knights. Fenton to the angle. A little scoop shot is wide and backed up by Lone Peak. We do want to let you know the clock you see on our screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing, as we try to keep it as true to the game clock here in the stadium as we can. 3:50 to go, opening quarter, so we're just going to let this drain away. Nice defensive play, and now AF coming on the push. Head of steam here for Thatcher. Plays over, extra pass. Oh, they got a guy right down the middle. Able to get it there, shot and a goal. What a finish from American Fork. Boy, you want to talk about transition offense. How about the execution? And it's Chaz Mooney with the finish for the Cavemen. Boy, great initiation there by the defensive midi, Keaton Thatcher. Really pushing that, and you get that to the edge. You saw how open Mooney was. Great vision to get it to him, and Chaz able to finish. On the season coming in, Chaz, many more assists than goals, but showing he can finish the shot as well, as he gets the Cavemen on the board. Off this face-off, American Fork had it, trying to stay on it, but boy, you see the stick checks of Lone Peak, making it really difficult to possess, and gathered here by Anderson. A guy who was on the spot for the face-off, coming up with it for the Knights. Little step around, straightaway shot. That was wide. And boy, they give that one to American Fork. Heady play there by Allen, able to just quickly reach around. And I guess that would be the detriment of taking a quick shot there. You probably don't allow the rest of your players to get in position to be able to back up a shot. Good save there by Fillmore. And now Bennett's on the run for American Fork. Good thought there by Wakefield, just to try to maximize the possession here for American Fork, trailing early. Talk about they had the offense to get going. Fillmore with 31 goals. We already mentioned Squire has 40. Wakefield 28, Forsberg 27. A lot of shooters for this Cavemen squad. As we're inside 2.5 to go, Fillmore coming around. That shot was wide, backed up by the Cavemen. Sent over to Fillmore. Oh, quick move there by Bennett. You see that slide? That's great help by Lone Peak. Wakefield. Fillmore. Run and start here. Using that screen. Wild trying to keep this for American Fork. Boy, and how about the little check there to get American Fork off the ball as this pass up through the middle. Bit extended. Oh, how about nice little box out for Fenton. And Lone Peak back on the possession. 90 seconds left here, opening quarter. 4-1 Knights. Hawkins. Here's Lambert. Final minute, opening quarter. Down to 45 seconds. We'll see when Lone Peak starts to initiate here. Hawkins working back to Lambert. He'll come around. Coming up there is Vargason to defend. Lambert giving a quick look. That pass just a touch behind Dobecki, trying to retreat to gather it. AF quick to the ball and has it. 10 seconds left. American Fork can generate a late chance. Here comes Colby Clough. Has help on the wing. Nice play out of the air. Able to deflect that. Mooney couldn't cleanly possess as this ball will roll through, and that'll do it. First quarter in the books. Lone Peak leading American Fork 4-1 after the first quarter. You're watching the Region 3 Championship game on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Start of the second quarter. Dane Stewart here with you. Lone Peak 4-1. Good start for the Knights. Possession has been strongly in favor of Lone Peak. A good face-off win there, clean for Sawyer Jensen. As AF will have a chance to set up their offense. And, you know, my memory's not very good. I would liken it to something, but I can't remember what to liken it to. It's just an indication of how bad it is. But, man, you think of that first quarter, maybe 3-4 possessions by American Fork, just not a lot of opportunities. See if they can generate here. Good dissection. Boy, that is pretty. My goodness. We talked about Mooney. He's got a great eye to find his teammates, and he does that there. How about the sweet little touch pass to get that right in front of the cage, and Easton Wakefield with the finisher. That is, man, one of the best goals I've seen all year. Little tic-tac-toe action there from American Fork. Another face-off here. Good battle. And Lone Peak coming away with it. That pass might have gotten lost in the sun. As Fenton able to retreat, regather here. Trying to keep that in again, and does. And Gifford with it for Lone Peak. Work back at X. Good little fake there, played back. Oh, trying to get that right in front. That one was just wide. Couldn't tell if Allen got a piece of it or not. Nice idea there by Lone Peak. Certainly deception there. Looked like they were going to go out to the wing. Tried to thread one right in front. Straight away, that shot deflected. Good help by that AF defense. Might have been Sawyer Jensen that got a piece of it. Couldn't tell if it was he or one of his teammates. Doesn't matter. As Thatcher with a little spin move. Now Thatcher on the run. American Fork in transition. Able to get it back there. And AF now showing patience. Thatcher rolling this ahead with Wakefield. Let's look at this to Fillmore, who just came on. Clough. Looking for a lane. That was wide, and boy, Mooney was there. He felt it, but couldn't find it, and it's able to be cleared here by the Knights. Dobecki has that one just jarred loose. Hold here. We'll leave it with Lone Peak. Racing over there is the freshman Aceves. A couple goals on the year for David. As Gifford will play back to him. Hawkins able to get around. Plays behind goal, skips in front and a save. Shut down by Allen. Kept here by Lone Peak because they track it down in the corner. Working around, little scoop shot. Couldn't get it on target. And it's backed up. Boy, Allen saw a couple go through early. He's looking stronger as this game is going on. Nice save there for the American Fork sophomore keep. Little lane there, the shot and the goal. It's Ashton Gifford, the senior, with the goal for Lone Peak. Slipped that one past Allen as a quick burst there, shot that one low and able to sneak it past the feet of Tyler Allen, 5-2. Face-off win for Jensen and the Cavemen, but taken away. Dallas Anderson may have lost the battle, but won the war on that one. Able to come back and intercept the pass for the Knights. Pugh taking this back behind goal, gives to Gifford. As they'll bring Dobecki up. A high pass, this one trickling back towards the middle. A long pull of Lone Peak, able to keep it here. Good work. Worked around. Here's Harris. Stout defense, able to force him wide. Lambert gives to Gifford. Gifford. Oh, nice play. American Fork able to deflect that pass. I think this is Beeman now trying to deal with a Lone Peak pressure, able to find help with Lisenby. Nope, 21, Wes Brewer. I thought that was 2. My apologies. Brewer plays up. A little space here, step in, and now Wakefield will allow that offense to set up again here for American Fork. Approaching 5.5 to go here in the first half. A goal for each team in this second quarter. Here's Wild. Boy, found some space, has help coming up. Oh, and a save made. Oh, good look there for Luke Squire, the top goal scorer for American Fork. Shut down by the senior Hudson Faint. And now Lone Peak coming ahead here with Aiden Campbell. That's probably Faint's best save of the day for the Knights. Harris has help with Aceves. Instead, he'll play here as they work back to X. Aceves couldn't get enough room to get that shot away. Hard close out there, gives a little lane, tried to thread that to the middle with Harris. He couldn't handle it as Lone Peak able to race back here with Hawkins to keep it. 4 to go in our second quarter. Fenton plays back, a shot and a goal. Guess who? Seth Lambert, number 4 on the day for Lambert as he pushes the lead to 4 for Lone Peak. Boy, Lambert on that wing. He's been dialed in from that same spot all night. Had the one that was straight away, but his 3 other goals have all come on that angle. And Lone Peak's done a great job of using ball movement to free up enough of a lane for Lambert to get a shot away as a face-off win here by Anderson. Dobecki playing with Aceves. 3 to go. Gifford works in front. That one kind of leapt out of the pocket there of Brown. Fenton being chased by Anderson. Gifford being pushed wide, works back. Brewer able to get a stick on it to disrupt, but Lone Peak maintaining. 2 to go here in the first half. Been a couple minutes of solid possession by Lone Peak. we're going to get a call here. Behind the play, a hold going against Lone Peak. It'll be American Fork possession, so AF able to get the ball back after having played minutes or defense for almost 2.5 minutes. Here comes Squire, trying to get through the middle. And a flag coming in here. This will be the first flag of the game. And that one, Dakota Dunn able to get a piece as this will trickle out. And now we'll get the call. And American Fork will go man up for the first time here with 1:20 to go on the slashing call. Big opportunity here for American Fork. Trailing 6-2. Man up. As they try to get a little momentum heading into half. Tried to skip that across. Dangerous pass, and Lone Peak all over it. Lone Peak. This is Pugh able to bring that ahead, and now we'll get a whistle and a timeout taken by the Knights. 50 seconds left. Lone Peak possession with a lead being man down. Conclusion of the first half when we come back. Lone Peak possession, about another 30 seconds of man down time for the Knights. Down to the final 20. And we've got another timeout here. So we'll take this one too. 17 seconds left. Lone Peak with it after this. Knights back to even strength. Largest lead they've had. Looking to add to it right before the break. Here's Gifford. Using that screen, good help. Clock down to 7. Here's the guy, Lambert. 5 seconds left, coming to the middle. Lambert spinning off, trying to get a shot. The no-looker is just wide, and that'll do it. First half complete. Lone Peak leading American Fork 6-2 in the Region 3 Championship. Welcome back. Getting ready to start our second half. 6-2, Lone Peak leading American Fork. These two teams 4-0 in region play. The winner will be a Region 3 champion. And an impressive first half for Lone Peak. You can talk about the goals, 4 of them for Seth Lambert. He's now got 31 on the year. But really it's the possession of Lone Peak. They have been strong. Difficult for American Fork to have a ton of looks. When they have, AF has looked crisp. But the possession has probably been 65-35, maybe 70-30 advantage to the visiting Knights as a face-off win here for Lone Peak by Anderson as he comes right up. He's looking for a shot and a goal right off the face-off. Lone Peak capitalizing quickly for Dallas Anderson. Boy, talk about heady play there for the faceoff guy. Usually you see them win that and not much room there, so they'll kind of peel off and play that wide. But Dallas recognizing, I got a lot of room as he's able to score, and now he wins another faceoff here. So back-to-back faceoff wins for Anderson and the Knights as he'll come off here. I think he's going to get a pretty warm reception from his bench, having scored that goal. Lone Peak on the possession has stepped out. So this will go to American Fork, a rare turnover. been a clean game. Just had the one penalty in that first half on Lone Peak. They were able to kill it off. Cavemen now coming up. This is Fillmore. Able to get it ahead. AF has been at their best when they've been able to get that ball moving. Oh, another dangerous pass nearly taken away by Pugh, but a little bit of room here, able to dice it through the middle, and a hard check, able to disrupt that shot from Thatcher. American Fork trying to keep it here. Good physical battle, but a flag coming in here, and we're going to get another call. A slash here, the call. I think this is going to go on Lone Peak. So American Fork will go man up here for the second time tonight. It is a slash on the Knights. AF working back here, up top. Squire to GLE. Good run here, bounce shot and a goal. Hey, we talk about that low-high movement of American Fork has been when they've been at their best, and it's Dawson Wild here with the Cavemen goal and a man-up goal for AF. We talked about in that first quarter when Chaz Mooney scored, and we said, look, he's a guy that he's more – this season has been more about filling up the assists than the goals. And you see they work that ball low, and he's got that vision to be able to find his cutters and his shooters. Another assist there for Chaz. I think he's got 2 assists and a goal today for the Cavemen. Another face-off win here for Anderson. Look out. Anderson will play over. Oh, tic-tac passing, and it's a goal immediately from Lone Peak. As it's Fenton playing this over to Ashton Gifford for his second goal of the game, and Lone Peak with the immediate response. Boy, 2 Lone Peak goals in this third quarter, both coming within seconds of face-off wins, and it's the speed of Dallas Anderson, a clean win, and then that speed forcing that AF defense to rotate. Quick ball movement on that last one. As Anderson trying to come in there, but a good swipe by Jensen, able to win it for the Cavemen just momentarily. And it is settled by American Fork. This rolled to Squire. Squire trying to back it down. Couldn't tell if Feint got a piece or if that hit the post. This one doesn't make its way through. Or it did. Yeah, Feint did have it, but he had it. Lone Peak looking to get this across. Hawkins coming up with it. Still maintaining. Now he'll allow Lone Peak here to reset. They just brought up Hawkins. He's got it here. Dobecki works to the wing. Dobecki with a shot. That was wide. Backed up here. A screen from Harris. Harris surveying. Lambert. They're giving him that lane. He'll come, take the shot, and that is backed up. Fenton. To the middle. Shooting lane. No. And a good backup there again by Lone Peak. A nice job by Allen again, able to force that wide. Lone Peak staying with it. A couple good backups here. Fenton. We'll send to Lambert. Good chase here by Vargason. Gifford, you could tell him setting that up, coming to the middle, feeding in front. Harris couldn't get it cleanly, and Allen able to come up with it for American Fork. Good idea there by Lone Peak. They actually had the space to operate, but a heady play by Allen. Was ready for it and able to strike on it as soon as it kind of trickled away there. Here comes Squire through the middle. And an offside call here. I'd missed that one. Lone Peak coming up. There's Brazel. Plays in front. And that one, did that go in? Yes, it did. Lambert with his 5th goal of the game. Boy, even Allen thought he had kept that. He was kind of looking around, but what a game for Seth Lambert. 27 goals coming in the 15 games, and he's got 5 of them here tonight. Another face-off. Boy, Lone Peak has been strong from the spot in this second half. And it's won by the Knights. Here's Pugh. Able to get it up. Anderson plays wide, crosses over. AF able to recover defensively. Thought might have another quick shot by Lone Peak. This game playing right into kind of the rhythm and flow that Lone Peak wanted. Have been able to establish their tempo. The patience has paid off. The defense has been great. The offense has been extremely efficient for the Knights. Hawkins trying to split this through. That one jarred loose. Here comes Beeman. Playing to the middle. That was just a step in front of Thatcher. Good help there by Forsberg to keep it. Right back to Thatcher. Trying to get a shot away quickly. That one, I don't know that it was ever possessed by Keaton before he tried that shot. Mooney keeping it here. Still on it. To the wing. Wild. He'll play back behind. That pass in front of Mooney. Forsberg. Mooney coming around. Has a man, a shot, and a save by Feint. Boy, that's a good rising shot there from American Fork. Feint was ready for it. That shot was coming from Wild. Lone Peak now bringing the offense back up. Fenton behind goal. Oh, good find in front. Saved by Allen. Boy, they were able to get it to Dobecki, and he was all alone, one-on-one, and Allen makes a critical save for the Cavemen. Long outlet, up ahead to Clough. Clough navigating. Able to keep this here. That stick came up, yep. A flag here on the play for American Fork. So AF will have another man-up opportunity as Clough here just being patient. And that one possessed by Lone Peak, and now we'll get the whistle. A slash the call there on Lone Peak. So 1 minute man-up opportunity for American Fork. They scored on the last one, and they need one here. Wild gives this to Squire. Got that to the edge there, but not much room to work still. That one jarred loose. Oh, and Lone Peak trying to get that up. Squire collapsing down. Physical check, but Hawkins able to fight that off. That's a thick kid. He's lowering the shoulders there to take on American Fork players. And we've got another flag here on the play. I think a cross check here, the indication. Still waiting for the official call here. I kind of saw the officials conversing, but never saw the official call made. Oh, it's on American Fork. So this is the first AF penalty. So we'll be even strength here. There's about 15 seconds left on the Lone Peak penalty. And so the Knights, once they, should they hold to kill it off, they'll have about 45 seconds of man up for the first time tonight. And back to even strength. So man up here for Lone Peak, about 40 seconds left here. Up with Fenton. Working around. Thought about it. In the middle, that shot was just wide. And the back here, up here by Lone Peak. Just about 12 seconds left on the man up. They go right back to it in front of the cage, and that went off the side of the pipe. And a crease I thought a crease violation, but that was not the call. Lone Peak will still have it here. And now American Fork back to even strength. So AF able to kill that off. Inside the final 90 seconds here in this third quarter, 9-3, Lone Peak. They've outscored AF in every frame. Fenton. Trying to shake Brady. "45 seconds to go." As you saw Gifford there give a look at the clock. Again, they got this off the penalty, about 2:35 to go in the frame. They've held it the whole time. There's a rip, Gifford, and that one's scoring. What a bounce shot goal from Ashton Gifford as he's now scored his third, a hat trick for Gifford on the road. Three Knights. Wow. We talk about these two teams were 5 and 6 in the RPI coming in. I thought AF in their offense, I thought it'd be tough to slow them down. Lone Peak, they've just really stymied AF's ability to get into much offense. As that pass just over the head and scooped up by Fillmore. Here comes AF on the run. They've got numbers. Fillmore, he'll take the rip, and that one fended off by Feint. 1.5 seconds to go. And that will do it. Third quarter in the books. Lone Peak feeling good. 10-3. They lead American Fork through. Ready to start our fourth and final quarter. Big game for Seth Lambert, Ashton Gifford. They've combined for 8 of the 10 Lone Peak goals. Face-off win by the Cavemen. Squire bringing it up. Playing to the wing. Mooney little shot fake. And this backed up. Well, that was a nice little head jab there. Actually got Feint to bite on it. It was just wide. Fillmore stepping up. Fillmore coming from behind the cage and Feint with it. Good rising snag there from the senior goalie for Lone Peak. Hasn't had a ton of work tonight, but he's made some very good saves. As that one between a couple of Lone Peak players out of the air. And AF back on it thanks to Finn Vargason. A long pole playing ahead. Here's Wakefield. They'll bring Clough up. And now Squire. Lone Peak has done a nice job. Squire maybe has a couple shots tonight, but their top goal scorer for American Fork, 40 goals coming in, has not found the back of the net. Here's Mooney coming around, sends this up. That one couldn't be handled. Lone Peak trying to possess for the clear. Is Pugh on it? Oh, good stick check there to win it back for Wakefield. Great rivalry over the years, and of course this sport being young in its sanctioning here in the state of Utah. He's been to semis and championships. And Squire, there he is. With his ability, you kind of felt like it was going to be a matter of time. And Luke Squire in the fourth quarter getting AF an important goal here with just 10 minutes to go. We talk about a lot. In this game, no lead is safe. Mentioned a couple weeks ago, saw a college goal where a team scored, I think it was 6 goals in the final 52 seconds to come back and win. You just never know. 10 minutes, a long way to go, but it's got to start here on the face-off, and it does for the Cavemen. A big win for Sawyer Jensen. They'll give this with Clough. Here's Fillmore. Back behind goal. Fillmore initiating. Nice little spin. Looking for a find. Pugh able to disrupt. Kept here. Fillmore trying to work through and around the stick check. Wind up shot, and that is wide. And backed up here by the Cavemen. Mooney. Still on it. Being hounded by Dunn. And Dunn able to jar loose. As a penalty flag here coming in. I think AF going to go man up here again. Holding here. Yep, it'll be a 30-second technical. So just a 30-second man up for the Cavemen. One for three on the day on man up. Skipped across. Fillmore thought about it. We'll work to GLE. About 15 seconds left. Trying to dice one through the middle. Oh, and that one maybe got disrupted by his own teammate out of play. It'll be Lone Peak possession. About another 10 seconds, I believe, on the penalty. Lone Peak coming ahead. Wind up, and that was wide. Backed up here. Back to even strength are the Knights. Gifford. Coming around, we'll send up. Fenton. Plays over, there's a lane. That shot is wide and backed up by Gifford. Inside of 8 to play. Good look there for Ammon Hawkins. Fenton. Vargason out defending. Hawkins gets a step. Dobecki. Little momentum build. There's another minute been taken off the clock by this Lone Peak possession. Trying to look backside. Well, that's a good play defensively. Late right in front of the cage. Might have been Mason Coleman. I believe it was 27. Might have been 23 Dylan Brady, actually, as that shot doesn't make its way through and smothered. Tell you, Lone Peak, they do a lot of movement without the ball that creates good offensive opportunities. That's why I called out that play. It was 23 Dylan Brady, the junior, that just made a late defensive play there on Harris to take away that right in front of the cage. And a failure to advance here will give it right back to Lone Peak. So they had a possession, took a couple minutes off just a moment ago, and they'll have another opportunity here to do the same. As Carson Harris with it. Here's Gifford. Aceves trying to work around Squire. Dobecki into the teeth of that D. Boy, dangerous pass. Read by Squire. Trying to send that ahead, but no one there for American Fork. Lone Peak right back with it. Here's Aceves. Trying to feed Harris there. This one working its way through and gathered back defensively by, I think, Anderson. Contact there. AF still with it. Checking. And, boy, multiple flags now down on the play here. Inside of 5 to go. And we're going to have to sort out, I think, multiple calls here on this play. I saw things getting a little chippy there late, and staff was quick to pull their players back. Officials as well quickly get sorted out. So a trip, the first call, and then an illegal body check. Yeah, so I think it's going to be 2-man down here for Lone Peak. So the one is a trip, the second an illegal body check, and AF 2-man up for the next minute. Big moment in this game. Four feels a whole lot better than 6, but they've got to execute here over the next 60 seconds. Do the American Fork Cavemen. Squire starting with it. Working very immediately. Right to GLE. Send back Fillmore. Squire with the rip in the goal. AF able to score the first. Luke Squire now with a pair of goals in this fourth quarter. Back to the face-off. AF needing a win. And a loose ball. Oh, a hold here. I thought we were going to get a loose ball push. A hold the call. It's AF possession. Here's Squire again. Hadn't scored until the fourth. He's got 2 now. Looking for a third. Squire, a little spin move. Trying to back this down. There's a shot, and that is fended off. It stays here. As we approach the 4-minute mark. Wild. Place to the middle. Good slide there to take that away. That was by Gifford. Fillmore from X. Campbell back there with them. Fillmore coming around. Looking for help. Sends it up. Good stick check there. Ball loose. AF had it. There's another flag coming in here. And I think this is going to go on Lone Peak. The Lone Peak bench didn't like it. A slash here, the call. 1 minute, man up. Penalties adding up here for Lone Peak. But AF hasn't been able to make them pay yet. Coming around. There's a shot that didn't make its way through, and Pugh able to scoop it up. Lone Peak in the offensive end here. As you see Fenton going to make this AF defense chase. And back to even strength. So Lone Peak able to kill it off. Inside of 2.5 to go. 10-5, the advantage. Knights on the road. Undefeated in region play. As now you see AF. They're bringing Allen out to defend here a little bit. And AF able to get trying to get the clear. This one scooped ahead. And just like it's been all night, Lone Peak able to get it back. Boy, it just feels like the Knights have had a lot of those types of plays where right spot at the right time. As inside of 2 minutes, this one lost out. It'll be AF possession and a timeout taken here by the Cavemen. As Coach Lisenby wanting to talk to his group. 1:54 to go in the Region 3 title. 1:54 to go. Boy, it's been a quick game tonight. Back and forth, been great action. Lone Peak's been very patient. Got a lot of great looks, and Feint won't have a ton of saves in a contest tonight. I would guess around the 6 or 7 mark, but boy, some of them have been one-on-one and very timely to help keep the lead, as it has been for the Knights. As AF will start with it here. 1:54 to go. Fillmore able to work through. Wild right back to Bennett Fillmore. Wild. Back at X. Gives us back to Mooney. Lone Peak almost had it, and they do. Able to jar it loose and now Feint. As we approach the final minute of play. Sent up for Pugh. Good stick check there by Austin on the offensive end. Feint had some timely saves for Lone Peak, but Seth Lambert, I thought, really set the tone early. 5 goals tonight, 3 of them in the opening quarter, as Lone Peak built a 4-1 lead that they would never surrender as they led for the entire contest. The Knights getting the 10-5 win over American Fork. We want to thank you for joining us here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. A reminder, we'll have games for you, regular season games and playoff games, as we take you all the way to the state championships only on KSLSports.com. For Austin Bigelow, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for your local or favorite high school right here on KSLSports.com.